Hello, my dear friends. Good morning to all of you. Welcome. So, today we are going to discuss part number 6, that is lecture number 6. So far, we have seen very elaborately, clearly, carefully, which are very much important to the student's point of view. We have clarified up to part 5. In fact, we have completed everything up to 5. Okay, now today we are going to see as a overall a conclusory part. What are the main features? In this class we are going to discuss once again the same, but in a very small nutshell, as a conclusory part that we are going to discuss in this. Welcome, my dear friends, to this part 6, National Education Policy. As usual, that the introduction, National Education Policy 2020 wants to make some big changes, because every class, I used to say a small introduction. The present Central Government of India, seriously they were thinking about to remove the shortage of the human power, especially in the field of science, law, teaching, academic, accounts, etc. The central government wants there should be no shortages of the manpower. That is why they have taken a major steps to bring this very useful, highly useful National Education Policy 2020. Okay. Yes, in this 6th lecture, this class, we are going to discuss briefly the main features of the National Education Policy 2020. Actually, whatever I have discussed and we are going to discuss in the chapter 6, that is in this particular part 6, everything I have collected the information, source I have given. These information, whatever I have discussed, these are all disclosed by, information was given by the Ministry of State for Education, Dr. Subhash Sarkar, in a written reply in the Lok Sabha. Posted on 1st August 2022, 6:04 p.m. by Press Information Bureau, Delhi. So tomorrow, if you want to write some writings or any articles, you should also give from where you have taken the data. These are all very useful data for the students community. So you have to mention this source. So that is why I have given the source for your academic purpose. Come on, let's go and see the main features. This lecture is having only one small discussion on the main features. See, let us see what this National Education Policy's emphasis on what? Overall, we are going to discuss one by one later. Overall, what we are going to say, foundational literacy and numeracy. Foundational literacy and numeracy. Actually, why this particular point has been taken very seriously means, so far, even at the present, before this NEP 2020 comes, let us just, I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm not criticizing. The people will say, I'm so weak in mathematics, sir. Who told that you are weak in mathematics? I'm the only teacher. I used to always say, if a student is telling, I am very weak in a particular subject, it is not his mistake, and we have to blame two people. Number one is parents, and other one is the teacher. Out of my 42 years of teaching experience, I am very clear about it. Very clearly clear about it. So this first point, foundational literacy, if for a big building premises, what is very important? Foundation is very important. If foundation is good, you can construct stories, top stories means that is in the floors. Ensuring that all children can read, write and do the basic mathematics by the end of the grade 3. This is the first, if you want I can just curtail in this first emphasis itself. The same thing we are going to discuss after that also. See, what is the main the emphasis emphasizement of this national education policy is ensure that all children up to grade, when he is reaching the grade 3, and he should be able to read, he should be able to write and do all basic mathematics. You ask some simple questions. You take 100 rupees. I will give you 100 rupees. The cost of one pen is 13 rupees. How much maximum you can purchase? How many pens maximum you can purchase within this 100 rupees? How much you will bring back? Really, I am telling, presently the students, they will feel very difficult to give the answer. So that is why to remove this, the Government of India is very much particular about it, emphasized the functional, foundational literacy and numeracy. You are reaching grade now, he should be able to read, he should be able to write, he should be able to do the small mathematics, basic mathematics. Then universal access, making education available at all, at every level, from early childhood to the higher education. Yes, universal access. Sir, I want to go for school. I want my education. Yes, you can very well. That is the another emphasis. Third emphasis is early childhood care. Yes, providing high quality care and education for young children. Young children. See, if you do some research work, I will be happy, my dear friends, young friends. If you do some research work, see, my friends, let anybody says anything. Now I am just giving this openly to the public. I am publishing this. I know how many people will criticize. What Dr. Rajvel is telling her, everything we know. Let them criticize, let them say anything, let them do whatever they feel. But you want to serve the society, you want to serve the younger population, you just do the research work. Find out what is your net result, publish it. One day or other, one particular intelligent student will come, he will refer your publication. That is the aim of our publication. Okay, dear. Now, early childhood care. This national education policy is emphasizing. What is it? Providing high quality care and education for young children. Nowadays, many parents are having a lot of worries that there is no care in the school, in the colleges for our children. Many incidents are going nowadays. Now you take any place, Nirbhaya case, you take Nirbhaya case, from there, every year, every day, every moment, something or other happening. So this is the pathetic condition now. Anyway, then multidisciplinary education, that is integrated arts, sports and occasional into curriculum. Once we are drafting in the curriculum, because it is free, liberal curriculum formation in the very first, second class or third class, I told you. So here integrating arts should also be there, sports should also be there, academic information should also be there, then vocational education should also be there in the curriculum. Then only the students will come like a full student. Full student. The people won't say that I don't know mathematics. Even I have seen many people when I am going for any interview, I tell you one small example, my dear friends, because I am in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So that's why one day I asked one of my very close friend, I asked, say once we are going to the other island, particularly by crossing the Jarawa areas and all, we used to say that they will send the vehicles one by one. First one set they will send, it will be consider it, I think it will have around 100 to 150 vehicles straight away. Then in front one police troop troop will go, then end of the vehicle one troop will follow. Because that in between, that the Andaman Jarawa areas, that the people will attack and our people will go disturb them to give the protection. So we used to say convoy. First convoy is over, second convoy from 11 o'clock, third convoy is from 12 o'clock. Like this, we used to use the word convoy. I asked one day one of my friend, see what is the meaning of this convoy? So he was seeing in that way, in that somewhat suspectable way. Why are you asking? Do you know that I don't know? Just where I don't know, you please tell me. No, I too don't know. See, convoy, wherever you go now, you just try to understand the common languages being used, why the name has come. Okay, now I am telling you, you just, if you know what is the meaning of the term convoy. Now I have given my email ID at the end of this class. If you know, please email me. Sir, I know convoy means this, particularly with reference to Andaman and Nicobar Islands when the vehicles are crossing the Jarwa area. Okay, now you should not ask me, sir, why don't you tell now? Just it is only, I want to know how many people have gone through this publication. Okay, dear friends, you see, early childhood care, providing high quality care and education for young children, then multidisciplinary education. Arts should be there, sports should be there, vocational education should be there, academic items, curriculum should be there in the overall curriculum. The digital learning, promoting smart classrooms and digital learning tools. Hereafter now, literacy, there is a new definition now. The person who do not know about computer, he will be called uneducated. Computer literacy, digital literacy is very important nowadays. So to provide this digital, then vocational education, job oriented, practical training, real world experiences are to be provided. Real world experiences are to be provided. Only always see, open the book and see this. So only rote model. I told you what is rote model. Rote model means just reading commerce means debit what comes in, credit what goes on, debit what comes in, credit what goes on, debit the receiver, credit the giver. This is not the, why we are debiting the receiver? What is the meaning of the term debit? What is the name of that, why that credit name has come? Who has invented accountancy? In which year the accountancy subject has come? Everything we should know. Digital information you should have. That means you should be updated. You should be up to date. This is what new education policy emphasizes. Then multilingualism. It's very difficult to talk nowadays with this, particularly by sitting in Tamil Nadu. So why I am now? So a national education policies gives the best idea, good idea, marvelous idea, excellent idea. But some people, they do not know, or there are two things. People do not know, this is one thing. People do not want to know, this is another thing. Here the people, they do not want to, they create a hell of problems. See, multilingualism, encouraging children to learn about and appreciate many languages in India. What is the wrong in it? You go and learn many languages. So if you learn one language, it is not the meaning that you are going to destroy the other language. But people are thinking nowadays like that. I can't understand what is the level of their educational, IQ. Anyway, so that our national education policy is very much emphasizing, thanks to the present central government, they are creating our followers, our children, a strong skill-oriented human resource. That critical thinking and creativity, developing skills like problem solving and capacity building, creativity, etc. Then flexible curriculum. Ask the student whatever curriculum you want, you choose it. Flexible curriculum. There is no rigid rule. You have only this much. Otherwise, you will not be eligible for. You will not be eligible for this particular course. No, flexible education curriculum. Whatever the course you want, you are most welcome. Then assessment reforms. Assessment shifting from rote learning. I told you about rote learning to project-based evaluation. So actually, our National Education Policy 2020 aims to transform the Indian education system. It aims to take the Indian education system by giving so much of very main features. Okay, now let us go little bit detail. I am not going to, because I have whatever I want to say I have already told you, but again, new education policy 2020 has been announced on particular date I am giving you for your objective type question, 29th July 2020. Please remember 29th July 2020 National Education Policy 2020 has been announced by our present central government. Very important date you have to remember. National Education Policy 2020 proposes various reforms in the school education as well as higher education, including technical education and professional education. This is second point. Everything, dear friends, see again I am telling, this is not for all. This is only for the students community or the interested person. It is not for ridiculing purpose. It is not for criticizing purpose. I am giving, interested people can take it, otherwise simply forget it. Okay. National Education Policy proposes various reforms. And what areas? School education, higher education, teacher education, technical education, like that. Then number of action points, activities for implementation in school education as well as higher education are mentioned in the National Education Policy 2020. Details of salient features now we are going to discuss. Ensuring universal access, I have already told you, universal access at all levels of schooling from pre-primary, that's what child care, early child care I told you, pre-primary school to grade 12. Then ensuring quality early childhood care and education for all children between 3 to 6 years. 3 to 6 years, they have to come to the school, educate child care. You give the child care and give the education to the population between 3 years to 6 years. Now, new curricular and pedagogical structure. What is the new system? Now you take me. So under what pedagogical structure I came? That is 11 plus 3 plus 2 pattern I came. Now it is entirely different. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. This is the new curricular and pedagogical structure. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. You remember your objective type question, this will be asked. Then no hard separation between arts and science. Arts and science. Previous, even at present also in some other some curriculum, art student means he is not supposed to know about physics. Physics, science, art students will never learn. No, now there is no such separation. Any course, any curriculum, it is very flexible, holistic pattern. You can take any subject, any everything. Say there is no, difference between curricular and extracurricular and between vocational and academic streams. No hard separations. This is another feature. Establishing national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy. This is very, very, very important. The very first point itself I told you, emphasis I told you, foundational literacy and numeracy. Here that's why they are telling here establish national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy. They will appoint some board. Then another emphasis on promoting multilingualism. Just now I told you on Indian languages. You learn as many languages as you can. As many languages as you can. Some people, because that I am following Dr. NR. Dr. NR says some policy. Then immediately I know it is bad. But still, only for that man, for this man, yes, whatever he says, that is right. It should not be like that. Emphasis on promoting the multilingualism, and particularly our present Prime Minister is very much interested about our Indian, our children. They should know as many as languages they can. Okay, the medium of instruction until at least grade 5, but preferably till grade 8. And beyond. See the word. Until at least grade 5, but preferably till grade 8 and beyond also will be the home language, mother tongue language, local language, regional language. Let it be anything. Let it be Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannadam, Oriya, Kurg, whatever it is, up to 8th standard and beyond. Let them study in their mother tongue. local language, any regional language. What a fantastic education policy. Then assessment reforms. Another, a board exams on up to 2 occasions. During any given school year, one main examination and one for improvement if desired. Improvement is, I think presently also it is there, but they want to make it very concrete. Assessment reformation. Then setting up of new National Assessment Center, PARAC. This is also for your competitive examination. PARAC. What is expansion of PARAC? Performance Assessment Review. Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. PARAC. This PARAC word you have to remember. The date of National Education Policy Declaration that you have to remember. This is the main purpose of my class publication. Only especially to the IAS preparing students, UPSC civil service students, all state board level competitive examination students, for everybody. Just while you are sitting at free time, you just hear my lecture. That's enough. That's enough. It's not the case here something has come out immediately. Very leisurely, holistically, simply, normally you listen this. That's why my pedagogy for this step stop method. This is Rajavel sir's method. Step stop method. Okay, please. Then PARAC, you should not forget. Performance assessment, performance review, performance analysis of knowledge for holistic development. PARAC. This you have to remember. Okay. Then equitable and inclusive education. Special emphasis is given on socially, economically disadvantaged group. I told enough clarification I have given because since I am in Andaman, geographically we are disadvantaged people. So I have given. So for that special emphasis has been given. Then a separate gender inclusion fund. Gender inclusion fund and special educational zones for the disadvantages and group, regions and group. For actually this new education policy, thanks to our Prime Minister Ji, I think this new education policy is specially made for our students, our son of soils, son and daughters of soils. It is really, actually more benefit will be going to the people who are living here, that is in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, now robust. What is this robust? Robust. Robust means what? Strong and healthy. Fine. And transparent process for recruitment of teachers and merit-based performance. Even in my previous classes, first, second class, third class, I used to always say the teachers' recruitment care should be taken. Strong and healthy recruitment should be there. Only for sir, so and so person is my very friend, I am sending one letter, please select him, sir. That fellow will not open his mouth inside the interview, when he is sitting in the interview board. But under compulsion, I will have to select. Like this, it should not be. Strong and healthy interview should be conducted at the time of teachers. Ask him that 1 day interview, 1 hour interview, there is no use at all. Let anybody criticize me, no problem. One teacher recruitment means at least you should go for 2 days. At least you should go for 2 days. So 2 days, you just assess him in all ways. Subject, practically how he is teaching, give him small mathematical work. A teacher, he should be all around, all-rounded. So strong and healthy, that is then ensuring availability of all resources through school complexes, to the school complexes and the clusters. Curriculum will have a computer, necessity of the computer. You have to do, you have to learn, you have to teach with the computer. But the computer will not be provided. The resources are not available. what the teacher will do, what the students will do, how the students will come out from it. So that is why the new education policy say ensuring the availability. See, the group will go, the board will go, the member will go, the person will go. You check it whether the school, the classes, each and every student is having enough number of computer, enough number of the resources. Our new education policy 2020 is very much highly emphasizing it. Then setting up of a state school standard authority, because it is of course central government is giving that education policy. The state government should have somewhat interest. We have to bring the state government and stitch with this policy. Otherwise, state government people, actually these state governments, it is called, actually they are all political people. So they should be given responsibility in order to implement this particular NEP 2020. Then exposure of vocational education in school and higher education system. Vocational education means practical experience learning. Then giving training. Then give him a problem solving question and ask him to go to the field. This exposure of vocation, each and every, even 12th standard boy, 10th standard boy, give a small project work. Let him go to the field, let him meet with the student, with the concerned consumer. If suppose you are giving work to the consumer behavior, you just do a small research work and bring it. Let him do that project work. Then increasing gross enrollment ratio, GER, I told you, that is our aim is to increase up to 50% before 2035. Okay, then holistic and multidisciplinary education with the multiple entry and exit option, I told you. Then NTA, National Testing Agency, to offer common entrance examinations for all higher educational institutions, even for 3 years degree course, then 4 years degree course, 2 years your master degree, you have to have a common entrance examination. It's must. At least 1 or 2 words, some competitive objective type questions will be there. Let him be a master in that. Let him get that knowledge. Then establishment of academic bank credit. This is another one more, a very important general knowledge question, my dear friends. What is academic bank of credit? Now, we are all, dear friends, one thing. What do you mean by the term bank? Generally, you leave this class. Education policy, you leave it. Generally, I am asking you, what is bank? Actually, we always discuss about bank and everything. Bank, I can draw back this bank, I am going to the bank. We are using the word. But do you know how to, suppose one 5th standard boy or 10th standard boy is coming, bro, can you please explain what is the meaning of the bank? How to define a bank? It is your duty to give the proper, here you have to make him to understand what is bank. Okay, bank is a financial institution which accepts deposits for the purpose of lending. For the purpose of lending. That word bank, here we are going to use it. Here something we are accepting for the purpose of something. That is why this academic bank we are going to. Academic bank means of something we have earned and we are going to use it for some other purpose. So that is why I am just telling what is the meaning of the term bank. Otherwise, there is no need. Here, academic bank of credit establishment. It's a very, 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 very nice feature of this education policy. Academic bank of credit is a digital record of students' credit earned. Sir, first year I have studied. Second year I have studied. I have earned so much of credit. My performance is there. You record the performance. You keep it. Now you came out. After 2 years, you are going to join some other place, some other college or some other place. So there, how much credit you have earned in this institution, that will be taken into consider while you are continuing your education there or while you are transferring there. So this is called academic bank of credit. Then setting up of multidisciplinary education and research universities. I already discussed. Setting of National Research Foundation, this also we have discussed. Light but tight regulation. It's a very good word, light but tight regulation. What is this? Your regulation should be light, but whatever you say, that should be tight. breakfast should be, you take the breakfast, you take the lunch, you take the dinner. But what is a tight? Tight means what? Today Monday, this is the list of breakfast you have to have. Today is Tuesday, lunch is this, you have to have this. Once the rule is made, you make the light rules, but the light rules should be performed constructively, strongly. There is no escape from there. There is no escape from there. I tell you, today we are sitting in Andaman. Okay. On 25th, you have to go to, say, Chennai. Rules I have made it. You are permitted to go by flight. You are permitted to go by ship. You are permitted to swim and go. You are permitted to take a boat and go, whatever it is. Lightly, just I have told you. But what is tight? On 25th in Chennai, your presence is absolutely away, should be there. Light and tight. Set of rules that are minimal in their complexity and administrative burden, but still effectively enforce high standard and achieve desired outcomes. For here only the tightening will be given. Essentially striking a balance between flexibility and accountability. Accountability means you should be there. Flexibility means any way you can go. Sir, easy way, flight may na? Yes, okay, I will go by flight. You come by flight, you come by ship, whatever, it's up to you. But accountability, your presence on the 25th of say April or May in the hall, in the discussion. I often used to contest that education policy to describe the regulations that allow institutions some autonomy while ensuring the quality. Here giving autonomy, yes, but expecting responsibility, that is quality is their responsibility. Tight, light but tight regulations. Minimal intervention, we will not, already I told you about the intervention including government. Once some works are given to the education institution, the interventions of anybody will be minimal. Okay, now quality assurance, that is our end result we wanted from the institutions. Then single overarching umbrella body, here little bit carefully you have to follow. Single overarching umbrella body for promoting higher education sector, including higher education sector, including teacher education, but excluding medical and legal education. For them it is something different. What they say, the Higher Educational Commission of India, HECI, this is one thing, with independent bodies for standard setting. That this is independent bodies for standard setting. Who will have? Single umbrella will have, that body will have standard setting. The General Educational Council, they will set the standard. Funding purpose, higher education grants fund. For accreditation purpose, National Accreditation Council. And for regulation purpose, National Higher Education Regulatory Control. For each and all, but everything will come under one umbrella. How much? First, Higher Education Commission in India for the purpose of education, teaching and teacher education. Then for independent standard setting, General Education Council. Then for funding, Higher Education Grants Council. For accreditation, National Accreditation Council, NAC. For regulation, National Higher Education Regulatory Council. This is the feature of a national education policy. Then expansion of open and distance learning. This is only with the view to increase the gross enrollment ratio. Then internationalization of education. I have very clearly discussed. I think it is in part 4. Then promotional education will be an integral part of higher education system. Standalone technical universities. What are the types of universities? Type 1, type 2, type 3. Everything we have discussed. Health science universities, legal and agricultural universities, and institution in these or other field will aim to become the multidisciplinary institutions. Even in my suggestion also I have given that institutions may be based upon the curriculum basis. Then teacher education, 4-year integrated stage specific, subject specific and specific bachelor education. This is teacher education. Teacher education stage it may be based on stage or specific subject based or specific in bachelor education itself, it will be specified. Then creation of autonomous body. What is the body name? The National Education Technology Forum, to provide a platform for free exchange of ideas. Here, my dear friends, students, I tell you one thing. Angel, there is a word, angel investor, then angel entrepreneur. What is this? See, entrepreneur and investor. Suppose the entrepreneur is having enough investment, the word angel will not come. But angel means generally to beginning with. I have money, but I don't have knowledge to start how to start industry. Now I will be called as the angel investor. I am seeking where to invest. Then entrepreneur, I know how to start an industry, but I don't have money. If somebody gives, I can do. Angel entrepreneur. So here, free exchange of ideas. Ideas are everybody is there. Nobody listens. That's the problem. So to listen the ideas, here creation of National Education Technology Forum. Now, achieving 100% youth and adult literacy. Then multiple mechanisms with the checks and balances will combat. That means combat. Fight against. Combat means fight against and stop the commercialization. Totally we have to fight against the commercialization of education. Not for profit motive. I have discussed. This is one of the very main feature. All education institutions will be held to similar standards of audit and disclosure as a not-profit entity. Yes, just now I told you. Not for profit. Specific standards of audit should be there. That's why I'm in favor of academic audit. Even I tried to introduce the academic audit, but nobody was listening. Had there was any National Education Technology Forum, I would have given my idea there. But nobody was listening. Now everybody feels standard through the National Education policy that audit is very much important. Academic audit, performance audit, you bring the audit, ask the people, because the government gives money, it has every right to question that person why he is not working at all. So ask. Disclosure, not for profit. Then center and state will work together and increase the public investment in education sector to reach 6% GDP at an earliest. Now, strengthening of the Central Advisory Board of Education to ensure coordination to bring overall focus on the quality. The main aim of the National Education Policy is to give the quality education to the students. So that is why strengthening the Central Advisory Board of Education. Coordinate properly. What is the purpose of the coordination? To give quality education. Now, we are coming to the end. I think I am not boring. These are all very interesting, my dear friends. Now, really I am telling, when I was the student, nobody was giving this type of lecture. Nobody was giving. Many times I was just seeing motherless child is seeing a mother with mother child. Say this facility is not available. Same thing I felt. That is the main reason. Just I am making this publication. NEP 2020 to increase the GER to 100% for whom? In preschool to secondary level by 2030. The same thing, 50% by 2035 for the higher education. What is the present rate? According to 2018, 26.3 I think now it is 2025. It has not touched even 30%. I hope so, but I am not sure. Maybe 27 or 28%, maybe. But by 2025 in higher education we have to increase 50% at least. Okay, the gross enrollment ratio. Then the central government, the central sector scheme. What is the name of the scheme? This is also for your, whatever I am telling, everything is your objective type questions, competitive examination. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times you listen this class. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on teachers and teaching. Government of India is giving so much of importance to the education, but we the teachers, administrators are not doing our work properly. Yes, openly I am telling. How many of us very serious, you tell me? Month end salary comes. Only there are some good teachers, that is there. Good, excellent teachers. I have seen. There are some good, excellent teachers. But number is only countable. What you were just fingering. That's all. Anyway, so Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. PMMNMTT. PMMNMTT. See, this was launched by the central government in the year 2014 to address comprehensively all issues related to teacher training, capacity building, and professional training and development of teachers. Only specially for the teachers it was developed. Under the component, the total 95 centers were established throughout the country, through which faculties, teachers have been trained. But currently, the Standing Finance Committee, they are responsible to provide finance, has appraised the scheme and recommended for continuation till 2025-26. After that, I do not know whether the Standing Finance Committee will grant finance or not for that. What is the outlay? How many crore the government of India is spending for the teachers to get training? 493.68 crore. Under this PMMNMTT scheme, centers were established on the basis of the proposals. See, this is the duty of the principals, headmasters of the educational institution. Yes, our teachers are to be. My question, my dear friends, this 60 days vacation, this summer vacation they are giving, why that summer vacation I cannot understand. Why that summer vacation? Give summer vacation, no problem. For evaluation purpose, going, coming here, so make everything ready, it's okay. But during that period, all the teachers should undergo, because full month salary they are getting. So they should go, but not at least 15 days training they can go. Then this is as per the screening committee and approval of the project approved. Why? What is the purpose? Previously, when they have completed their training, 5 years over, next training they should go. The headmasters and the principal, they should give the project to this committee. Then the committee will decide whether important. Yes, they will allow them. Actually, my dear friends, these are the important features, emphasis, everything given by our National Education Policy 2020. Source from where I have taken, already I told you, this is a case. Okay, this is with regard to our National Education Policy, New Education Policy 2019 draft level, and after the approval level, National Education Policy 2020, I have given A to Z, my dear friends, to the extent possible at my level. Okay, so please go through this continuous publication. It is only exclusively for you, and whatever I have given, it is the data collected from the net or various reports and here and there. Something I have added from my side, I have given for your benefit. And as I have told you, safe community. So we have I have started. Interested students, interested persons, interested teachers, friends, employer, you can just join this group. Then conclusion. Finally, what I want to say, this new education policy 2019 has covered all areas meant for quality research and teachers' role. Okay. Draft education policy gives boost to research, innovations and invention. It is being strongly based by accepting after the announcement of National Education Policy 2020. The ways and means to increase the quality of higher education and education are clearly given. But success or the failure of the programs and policies are in the hands of persons responsible for execution. That is all people and all persons. So I request you all, including myself, request you all of us, request you particularly to understand the efforts taken by the present central government under the eminent leadership of our Honorable, highly respectable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. And let us contribute more for the success of the implementation of the new education policy 2020, and we all will travel with proud. Okay, dear friends, thank you for your serious and sincere listening. Please share this information to your daughters, to your sons, grandsons, granddaughters, who are going to be the beautiful and wonderful and eminent leaders of tomorrow. Please send your valuable feedback to my mail ID drnrhodcom@gmail.com. Okay, let us meet in the next very useful topic. Jai Hind.